What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back out of the game, coming at you with part 2 of our How to Optimization series. Where basically we're going to be taking my account, kind of exposing it, and talking to you guys about the current gear that's available, what I should craft for each respective summoner, and essentially what I'm going to be focusing on for me as an Orbea user. So again, if you guys enjoyed this content, you've been enjoying the stuff that we've been putting out here, can you do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, hit that notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops, okay? So for those of you guys who are coming in new to the game, I mean, we've already talked about it in countless videos, but for those of you guys that haven't seen the previous videos, there's a lot of things that you can do, right, to go ahead and improve the overall stats, the overall combat power. And one thing that's considered mid to late game that you could take advantage of is going to be the profession, but more importantly, the blacksmithing, the alchemy, so on and so forth. The blacksmithing is what we're going to be focusing on in this particular video because the gear really can make or break some of the stats you can have along the way and some of the bonuses that you can obtain to give you a little bit of edge, whether you're going up against PvE or PvP. So instead of like going through each of the different, primary, secondary, and sub weapons here and trying to look, find all the different subsets here, I actually got a little cheat sheet for you provided by my man Baker's, because so you guys can get an idea of what is currently available right now and what we should be focusing on here. So again, take a look. All 5 dungeons have various weapons, sub-weapons, and accessories that we can get certain bonuses on. So ultimately, depending on which summoner you use is going to determine which one you want to focus on first. So the first question should be, hey, Childish, if I'm just coming into this game, I just got done doing my Foggy Prison Clear, should I be focusing on building one of these things outright? Me personally, I'm actually going to recommend not doing it for the simple fact that I truly believe that the equipment that you can collect through the subjugation is going to be more than enough for the time being to go ahead and get the job done here. If you haven't been lucky enough to get what you actually need in the specific dungeons, you can come on over here in the guild shop and move on over to the coin shop and essentially utilize the tokens that you collect through the subjugation dungeon in order to get the actual gear that you're looking to get. Now, this gear is going to be basic. You could obviously evolve it and level it up to be, a legendary and whatnot here. But I think the most important thing to realize is that these are going to give you the foundations that you need for each specific element so that you can do just fine after that. It wasn't up until I started moving into, the later stages of the White Castle and Boiling Waterfall that I started able to collect myself, more resources, more coins. And at that specific time, I told myself, hey, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and, start spending these coins on the legendary items or for the Foggy Prison or Shadow Castle or Boiling Waterfall. You can get away with so much in this game early on in the game with the just overall subjugation peaches if you need to cover each specific element. But then once you kind of move in and you start getting a little bit more farming in, then yes, if you're looking for specific staff or specific item in the Foggy Prison, yes, you can go ahead and build it, or why should I cast Boiling Waterfall? You go ahead and build it and take advantage of it with that here. So yeah, getting back to that list that we were looking at here, for me personally, as an Orbea user, my ultimate goal is to increase the amount of damage I can do and also increase the damage that my monster could do. So me personally, I'm looking to build an accessory set from Boiling Waterfall to give myself that 185 summoner attack. And then when it comes to my overall weapons, I'm looking to utilize the Seal Root Temple to increase the monster's attack, right? And the cool thing about this is even though I'm a damage healer, I'm a normal user, I'm obviously going to be bringing in, another unit, units out there that have, they're going to be focused on, attack scaling damage here. So the cool thing about this is that all my monsters get this little bit of value, this little bit of bonus. So the combat power in general is going to improve by a significant amount. I've been playing this game since the North American launch, and as of right now, when I was initially getting involved with regards to the crafting of the game, I just basically built I start leveling up my best substatted weapon, sub-weapon accessories, and I didn't really focus on the bonuses. So I actually have both Foggy Prison and White Castle sub-weapons that are actually relatively good, that they may not be like 6-star or 2-star Awaken, but they are, up there, and they do have this summer damage reduction bonus here. So for me personally, I'm utilizing the White Castle summoner damage reduction so that I can essentially, I'm utilizing that for now up until I get the opportunity to go ahead and build sub-weapons down the road for my monster HP. And then, that at the end of the day, that will, help me out and just, like I said, improve my overall raw stats here. Once again, remember that the materials that you collect through these specific dungeons, you save them and you collect them and you share them between all the gear that you create. So you can't sit there and go ham on Seal Root Temple on all three particular items, weapon, sub-weapon, accessories, you have to focus on one or the other to go ahead, first off here, and then, go from there down the road here. So for me personally, given the fact that I'm like everybody else and focused on a wide variety of items early on, now I need to kind of pinpoint, hone in on what I work on and just focus on one specific thing over the other here. Getting back to the list for anybody that's Khalif for Kina user, this is again just my personal opinion. I don't consider myself a pro or anything like that, but me personally as a Khalif user, the recommendation for what we can do, what we can provide, I think it's going to be across the board the same when it comes to the weapon. Now, when it comes to the sub weapon, you can make an argument depending on how you're going. Are you going to be building, a full-on tank like build cleave, to improve your overall damage reduction here, or are you looking to go ahead and do a little bit of just overall, DPS? You can make an argument. I think the summoner damage reduction obviously is going to be paramount there when it comes to Foggy Person and White Shield for the time being early on in the game. And then if I were to build a cleave, I probably would go for the defensive route for the accessories, the Foggy Person accessories, so I get that little bit of bonus there. But at the end of the day, as long as you are looking at one of those accessories to get some kind of a bonus that's going to increase your overall kind of effective HP, right? Either the defense or HP, or so on and so forth. I think either one of those are going to be good as well. Kina users, kind of similar to kind of the whole tank-based kind of cleave. Kina is a support at the end of the day. Her goal is to stay alive and keep her opponents alive here. She has all the supports that she needs. She has all the heals that she needs, but any and all opportunity to reduce the damage that she takes, that her monsters take, and whatnot, by improving the overall stats that they have is going to be good as well. So I do like for Kina, I would like one that has the, for like the sub weapon that like increase monster HP. You can make an argument for any one of the set effects there for any one of for the weapons, but ultimately seal weapon I think is still good to improve the overall damage. And then again, between the Foggy Prison, White Castle, or the Rune Temple, what's it called? The accessories. I think either one of those are going to go just fine. And again, but obviously, I think you guys can kind of tell where I'm going with this, but everything I'm kind of talking about, kind of recommending, is essentially PvE focused, right? If we're talking about, if you're one of those people that want to go with the PvP cleave or something like that, then yes, at the end of the day, you will be, looking at the Twisted March and building yourself a PvP set. I will say this right now, I do actually have a Twisted March set. I do have a PvP set, but ultimately, when I'm focusing on PvE, the choices that I make are going to change a little bit, depending on what I'm kind of focused on, PvE or PvP. But again, the goal for me is to kind of share with you guys what I'm looking to do. Because right now, like I said, my gear was kind of all over the place, as you guys saw in the previous video. And, now we got to make some adjustments here. So again, kind of to show you guys right now, we do have the upgraded versions of the earrings and the necklace. And so now I'm going to be taking off my, last degree bracelet and this Frost Lantern ring that just has overall raw stats, which I was focused on early on. And now starting to equip the gear that I have to go ahead and get this done here. So again, I can't get it done right now, but I just want to kind of give you an idea for those of you guys that are still relatively new to the game and kind of see what we're talking about here. Like, let me go on over to the bracelets and let's go on over to Boiling Waterfall. So Boiling Waterfall here, like the next piece that I'm looking to do is going to be the bracelet. That's what I'm working on, as I was lucky enough to get myself finally a attack-based bracelet. Again, real quick here, if I haven't mentioned it, or if you guys haven't caught it in a previous video made by another YouTuber or streamer, make sure that if you are crafting specific gear, you are crafting it with the intention of getting the most bang for your buck by means of the primary stat, meaning this particular bracelet is attack percentage, but there's braces out there that have attack, defense, or HP percentage. So again, you're probably, I hate to jump the gun here, you're probably not going to build the cleave on attack percentage, right? You're going to go for defense percentage if you're looking to do a damage cleave or just one, a little bit more mitigation, right? Obviously with the summoner, it's the other way around. Attack based HP, you can get away with HP defense, but if we're looking down the road trying to get maximum value of the specific summoner that we're focusing on, then yes, you're going to go with attack percentage here, because out of all the choices that you have here, attack percentage makes the most sense for the respective summoner, which for me, of course, is Orbeus. So keep that in mind when you're doing your crafting. Make sure that if you have multiple equipment here that can fit the bill on this specific one, make sure that you are picking the right one so that you don't waste any resources. I kid you not, guys. I cannot even, I don't have enough fingers to toes to count how many resources have been spent on specific items for me. And then I come to realize that one, after leveling up all the way, the overall substats didn't really turn out the way we want to. So that was kind of a downer. And then, making the mistake of saving all the resources to finally craft the 1-star, 2-star, 6-star 1 to 2 awaken item, and realizing I went down like the wrong path, and got the wrong thing that didn't allow me to upgrade down the road here. So yeah, there's a lot of different mistakes you can make along the way, so take your time on this one. Again, this is the late to end game goal that everybody does, so make sure that you guys are focusing on a little bit of profession after doing your clears or whatnot. Obviously, when you're doing the quest line, you're going to be leveling up your respective professions here, because some of them have specific quests. But yeah, these are all very, very important, so definitely work on those and get them done so that you can go ahead and take your summoners as high as possible, take your account as high as possible. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Once again, hopefully this was useful in some way, shape, or form. And if it was, do me a favor, show your support, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care.